one tractor. I felt that way. That I felt that that's wrong what they did there, but I just went along with the program.
Okay. But, you know, in regards to, you know, it's really not a big deal. I mean, after all,
It's a big deal.
you're using your own equipment and that. So if I get a discount, I mean, the government's going to use it anyway, right?
I don't understand the question.
I'm just saying, the way you commingle things, you know, use your own personal stuff on the levee and all that stuff. So,
Well,
you know, I'm going to use it at the levee, so why not take a 20% discount? Or why not pay sales tax? I'm going to use it there, even though I'm paying for it.
Right. But I don't really feel that way though. But I feel like I don't charge you nothing for storage. They don't have it set up. You know, it's just not a good situation. But now, it shouldn't be mingled in together. I'll grant you that. I agree with it. It shouldn't be mingled in together. But right now, until we can get this thing straightened out, this district, I don't know how to solve it right now. Other than I'm certain I'll be off the board, and that's fine. I'll be off the board. And you know, but it should be a better system, is what I'm saying.
Oh, and you've been on the board how long, sir?
Well, I'm just saying 12 years or 10 years.
12, 14 years.
Right. But there was not a lot. We were just going through different phases of things
Sure.
that we were doing.
Did you and Mr. Davis ever discuss keeping the equipment someplace?
Well,
Other than at your residence?
Yes, but then we were so short on money all the time that we should probably, where would we put it? Would we put it in Collins? Well, we thought about putting it in Collins, but we had to rent a place, $300 or $500. But we didn't know what was going to happen to the district, whether somebody would take us over. We didn't have the money to buy a building to store all the equipment. We don't have a secretary, or it should get to the point now where, since we're done with these phases, we have one more phase to go. It should be taken over by someone else. I don't know how to do that. It's way above me.
Did you ever have any discussions on maybe getting with Caseyville or the city of Collinsville,
Yes.
or even St. Clair County or Madison County, and letting you use one of their buildings to store your stuff in?
No, we didn't do that, but we were in discussion with Caseyville. They did do it one time, do some work for us with their heavy equipment and so on, but we didn't. No, we didn't do that.
You know, ask them,
That's
to,
probably a good
because they got the
question.
big sheds and everything.
That would be an option. I don't know why we didn't do that. We should have done that maybe.
And that way it's not commingled with your
Right.
stuff, and then
That
when
would
you go
probably
get it, you definitely know you're getting their stuff and not
be a
your stuff.
possibility, the solution to maybe to this.
Is it possible a lot of this stuff was just well, you already said, you know, like on the Skag here, the last one you bought,
Yeah.
the one you were using today on the
Yeah.
commercial property. Now you paid for that with your own funds, correct?
As far as I know, yeah, I can't. Yes.
Right. Well, in fact, the one charge card we have
Yeah.
was
Quite
for
sure.
$5,000 some odd dollars,
Yeah.
and but that was purchased under Canteen Creek.
Well, the salesman I bought it from, he knew what was going on, and he should have advised me.
What do you mean, what was going on?
Not going on. He knew that I was trading my own mower on that mower. He should have told me this. You can't do this, because I didn't know any different. I'm not the most smartest person in the world, but I just say that. Well, they should. You know, I got to go by advice. You know what I mean? I mean, I.
Well, you may not be the most worldly person in the
Yeah.
world, but you're not dumb.
Oh really?
No, you're not dumb, and you're not stupid, Leonard.
I didn't try to be dumb or stupid. I mean,
Well, I'm
think
just
there's
saying,
a-
you knew that this was
No, I
being
didn't
run
know that.
under Canteen
No,
Creek.
I did not. No, sir. No way did I.
Leonard, you signed the receipt.
Well, I may have signed it, but I didn't know it.
You didn't look up here and see that it was Canteen Creek?
I said I
Radio?
signed that. Yes.
Well, then you knew it was being sold under the idea that it was the government that was buying it, not Leonard Black.
Well, here's what I'm saying. A salesman should have told me this isn't the way that you can do this. Because I don't know any difference. If you come to me and tell me what you're telling me now, I have to believe you. And I do believe a lot of people I shouldn't have believed in. And I believe that I was doing right. I thought I paid for everything I did. Maybe I overlooked some or didn't do something.
Let me make sure that I just understand this correctly. You knew this was being, that it was being held. In fact, then a lot of times you buy it under Canteen Creek because that way it gave you 30 days to pay for it versus.
I said that, yes.
Versus Leonard Black.
Right. That was, but I guess I didn't say that. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't remember?
I said that. Yeah, I said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like you didn't know.
Well, I don't know that I said I didn't know or didn't know. You know.
Lenny, you're playing with me now.
No,
Come on.
I'm not trying to be honest with you.
You're playing with me.
I'm not. I thought I was doing everything honest. I thought I was paying for that with my own cash on my credit card, and I did do that. And I'll admit that now that I look back on it, it was a mistake that I did that. I thought it would have all worked out the same. I used the credit, and I went ahead and did whatever I could do, you know, and then went from there.
It's just a prime example. I'm sure when you purchased this, you felt, well, since I'm paying my own cash, you know, and I use a lot of this stuff, this way I got 30 days to pay for it versus just Leonard Black doing it. How long would Leonard Black get to pay for it?
Well, I don't know that they'd give me that much credit without going through the...
right, filling out an application
right.
and all that other stuff. But you knew
this
Canteen, they're going to give me 30 days to get,
right, that's what I thought.
get your financing together.
That's what I thought.
Plus, the added benefit is you get a government discount of $983.92.
But I think that, I think that they should not have done that to me. I think that they're wrong in doing that to me. They deceived me.
Did you ever ask him to take that off?
No, and you know, I sign stuff, and I, you know, you say I'm smart and all that, but I don't a lot of times look at things. I sign credit cards and stuff, and I don't really look what they are on there. And I probably just the same thing. I seen this, and I traded my tractor in. I know I got hooked on the deal. I traded a $30,000 tractor in, gave them $6,000 or $5,000 or $8,000, whatever was the difference, and I figured I was getting kind of taken in the first place.
What's the owner's name of Herb Equipment?
I know, I don't know his name. I would know if you tell me.
I don't remember his name right offhand.
Know.
You remember talking to, let's see, I know you dealt with, let me see here, with Bruce, right? Cap?
Mm-hmm.
He's what does Bruce do for him?
Bruce, I believe, runs their shop or whatever.
Yeah, he's the
Service
manager.
Yeah.
In fact, didn't you have a bit of a falling out with, you get a little upset with Bruce over some warranty work or some repair work?
I did.
In fact, you haven't done much business with him since then, have you?
Well, I've done a little, but because
nothing like you was.
Plus, though, my tractors haven't broke down. They're newer tractors that haven't broke down. I was very upset because I thought they should warranty that tractor. After they fixed the problems of it, it's not caused me any problem.
Right.
We didn't have a disagreement with it.
But
I think that's human nature. Everybody would do the same thing.
Oh, sure, no, that don't make you bad.
Yeah.
Just because you have a disagreement with someone. But what I was going to tell you, Leonard, you have the reputation there, being a pretty shrewd dealer.
Well, that's what I guess what they say. It's up to them. I don't know what. You know why? I can tell you why.
You're a pretty shrewd trader. What piece of equipment was you wanting to buy, and you kept asking them about it? In fact, they still have it, I think.
Oh yeah, and we demonstrated it too.
What piece was that?
I can name the name. We took it out and demonstrated. Their salesman brought it out on the levee out here and tried it. We thought it would work. Yes, we did. I thought it would work myself.
And they still have it.
That's right.
In fact, but you still inquire. But they're too high on it, right?
I'll never buy it after we tried it out on the levee. I thought it would be a mower that would be good for hills. That's what it's made for. But when we took it out here on the levee, they demonstrated it. The tires were too small, and the ruts would get in the ruts, it would hang up. Yes, that was they took a beating on that tractor, and they tried to give it to me. Then they took and painted it all up and fixed it all up and did this, that, and then tried to sell it to me. And you're right.
But you're known as a pretty shrewd
Well, I try to watch my prices or whatever, or buy or whatever. Certainly.
Well, Leonard, you just said I try to watch my prices and everything when you buy stuff,
Yeah.
and it makes me tend to believe then, as shrewd as you are and as much as you tend to watch your prices, there's no way in hell you didn't see the government discount on this, and you didn't notice there was any sales tax.
When you say that's shrewd that way, I say that when I sign, I'm not shrewd at. A lot of times I've signed things I should have not signed. Now, as far as you trying to sell me something, I may compare your prices and see, but that way I try to be shrewd, but then they catch me on the other end.
But see, I think you watch every penny go out and you watch every penny come in. And you mean to tell me, Leonard, you didn't realize there was a $983.92 government discount on this last piece of equipment, this Turf Tiger that you bought and paid with your own personal funds? You didn't notice this government discount?
I did not notice it. No, I did not notice it. I thought that was an honest, legitimate deal because of the tractor I traded it in. I thought that you talk about being shrewd, I thought that they didn't give me enough money for my tractor, and I was kind of
Well, we always feel that.
Well, not always, but then I just probably signed, so let's get it going and went on. That's probably how that happened.
Did you notice there wasn't any sales tax on there?
No, I did not notice that.
Didn't notice that at all.
Because I thought it was their responsibility. Now that you're telling me this, I think it's their responsibility. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. They knew that I bought that tractor myself.
Who knew?
Well, their salesman or whoever the fellow
Randy
was.
knew that.
He should have known that. I mean, I think they're...
Why should Randy have known that? Did you tell Randy, I'm buying this for me? I'm buying this for me. I'm not buying this for the creek.
Yes.
When he wrote this up, did you tell him, hey, wait a minute,
Well,
Randy, you put Canteen Creek. No, I'm buying this. This isn't the creeks.
I use it because of the credit part of it. And that's why he probably wrote it in Canteen Creek. That's how I'm assuming that he did it. And I thought everything was on the up and up and everything was...
How many of these purchases were for Leonard Black and not Canteen Creek?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to... I really can't. You got a pair of glasses or something. I can
Reading
see
glasses?
Wait a minute. I think I can see some of it. But
How
many do I think? How many's on here now? Just tell me how many's on here. About.
I haven't
20?
counted them up,
Okay,
Leonard.
I can't.
In fact, let me go. I've got some reading glasses in my desk.
Well,
Because I don't want you to be at a disadvantage here.
No, that's right. I would have to say that without looking clearly, and we're not going to. Yeah, I'd have to say.
Well, now you're going to say clearly. I'm going to go get you some reading glasses, Leonard. I'll be right back. You look that over.
As a board member, are you paid or unpaid?
We're paid.
How much are you paid?
We get $200 a month. Yeah, but it's $200. I could be wrong. I think it's $200 a month.
Okay.
We get it. Yeah, I should have brought my glasses down.
Well, just from the way you were talking earlier, it sounds like the vast majority of that stuff was for you, not for the... I mean, you don't have hardly any equipment for the creek, do you?
Oh, yeah. All that stuff is, I mean, all the saws. I don't
Well,
you may
the
think
saws.
that stuff, trimmers and saws, not that we don't. I don't.
I understand, like the chainsaws and that kind of thing.
They
But,
have
I mean-
equipment, those Bechtels, and that is theirs. The Sabertooth, I told you, is mine. And I can see. And some of the trimmers, like I said, we can't get them going, and just get another one. And then they're there. I'm not even worried about that.
Yeah, we're going to go through each one though and say, okay,
Yeah,
this
well,
is
you're
the.
welcome. Well, you're going to do it, and you're welcome to do it. You come in and look at what I want.
Yeah, but what we're going to need to do is go through each item and we're going to say, okay, a steel
See if
blower.
these will help you out any.